Sometimes things in life just don't happen at the right time. Last Friday, Janice and I were going to Canton. It's the inauguration for the new president. And so we had a lunch there, and in the afternoon, we had the inauguration ceremony. And then in the evening, Jacob and his girlfriend were going to be coming. So it was a crazy day. Janice is in the basement in the first part of the day. And what does she hear? This beep going off, a warning. Well, now we know what that warning was about. It's the sump pump for our septic system. Last couple times that's happened over the years, I had to replace a pump. And so here we were in an incredible rush to get things done, and what goes bad. So now what do? Well, we continue on our day, and then after we get back from Canton, we're rushing back. I had to go down there, and then it's starting to get dark, so I had to get the lights out here. But what it was the old pump. It was bad, nasty looking. That's kind of why I'm wearing a glove too, by the way, down in there. And so it's dark out, and probably 5-10 minutes before Jacob and Megan get here, finished it up. One of the things that happened, though, was when I was putting it all back together, because you put the pump on the end of this, it's about a 4-foot pipe going down in there. And then it has this 90-degree angle where you attach it to another 1.5-inch pipe coming out. Well, anyways, I put the plug back together, taped it all up, got it ready to put in because I thought it'd be easy. Well, as soon as I put it down in there, the float on the pump went up and water just started gushing out. I mean, really bad. The good news was it wasn't pointed at me. So anyways, but then yesterday we wake up, Wednesday morning, the power's off at the house. And I go out, start the generator. You guessed it, won't start. So make a long story short, on the phone with a guy named Tom. He kind of walked me through some things. It was this part here, the carburetor. Well, actually, it was the end of the carburetor. I've already taken that part off. A solenoid was bad on it, and so I had to replace it. But the whole thing's only about $20. But again, wrong timing. And then things not working. So when it comes to the psychology of all these things that we're learning in the Bible, what do we learn from this? Well, I've been reading in Job too. Job is going through some incredibly tough times. He's a blameless man. It's declared in chapter 1. But read Job 1 and 2 to understand all that he was going through. And he says something like this in chapter 13. Though he slay me, yet will I praise him. Another translation says, though he slay me, yet I will hope in him. In chapter 2, he says, or the writer records that in all this stuff, all the bad stuff that's happening, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. He doesn't get excessively angry at God and life and everything. He's making some significant choices. Now, what Job was going through was of greater size, greater impact on life, just much more intense than this carburetor, solenoid, and pump. But what comes to me is my mindset. Job is saying, I'm going to praise him regardless of what happens in life. I'm not going to blame God for wrongdoing no matter what's going on in my life. And then I started thinking, maybe if I learn how to do it in the small things, like solenoids and septic pumps, maybe I'll be prepared to do it in the big things. Jesus had a moment too, much bigger than what, I'm facing here with these small kind of things. As when he's facing his death and going to be trial, he's praying, Father, not my will, but your will be done. He resolves to do the Father's will, whatever is coming at him in life. The psychology of the Bible teaches us to accept things like the Serenity Prayer says that we can't change. But we keep on moving in life. We have hope in God. We include God in everything that we're doing. And we're finding strength in him. And perhaps one of the keys is prayer and praise to walk through all of these times. May you trust God no matter what comes your way.